All right, guys, good to be back with you again. June 2nd, 1949, we have the Yankees of the White Sox, and you would think that the Yankees would be able to win this series easily, or that they'd at least be up for it. 24-17 are the Yankees against the 17-25 White Sox. The first batter up, Hank Bauer, hits a fly ball. That was over where to left field, and Earl Rapp has that for the out. Went away just like that. Howie Judson is on the mound here for the White Sox, and I tell you, back in the good old days when we cared a lot about the one-loss record, we would look at Judson and think, man, he's having a much better year in the replay than in real life. 2-2 in the replay as opposed to 1-14 in real life. 4.10 is the ERA so far this season, and Gene Woodling hits one deep over the head of Philly in right field off the wall for a double. And so that's two pitches there from Judson, a fly ball and then a double. Up now is Cliff Mapes, and Mapes takes a ball low, hitting 301, and he swings and misses at that one for a strike. Mapes is trying to make you forget about Joe DiMaggio, who, of course, is still injured with the, was it an ankle injury, if I remember right, something like that. Mapes takes ball two, and it's 2-1 on him. It's a strike in the inside corner, 2-2 now. And Mapes, of course, one of the great heroes of the blog and of the project. And there's a ball that's called foul. One of those they say should have been fair, but it's foul anyway. Still 2-2. Mapes is one of those forgotten Yankees, one of the forgotten players who was such an instrumental part of this team in 49 and certainly has been instrumental in this replay. Mapes takes now ball three, and it's a full count on him. 5 home runs, and he has I was about to look at how many RBIs he has, and he made an out. He has 25 RBIs. There he is. And he ends up looking at strike three and then muttering to himself on the way back to the dugout. There's 2 away as Judson has his first strikeout. Here's now Tommy Henrich, who takes the ball inside. It's hit over to right field, and that baby's deep, and that is gone, and that makes this 2-0 Yankees just like that. While I was talking about the Yankees needing to wake up for this game, and it looks like they have, 2-0 Yankees here, and nobody's sat down yet. Here's Yogi Berra taking a ball in close. 1-0 is the count on Berra. That's high. It's 2-0. Yogi hitting 267, right about where you'd expect him to be. 2-0 pitch is outside. It's 3-0. Judson has problems with his control, and there's a strike. 33 walks in the season for Judson against 9 strikeouts. He, however, has evened the count against Berra. He has a full count on him, and there's a swing and a foul tip, but Wheeler can't hold on. Full count remains. It's fouled back again. Still a full count. Fouled away once again. And there is ball 4 to Yogi, so Judson's walked 1 and struck out 1, and that brings up the scooter Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto hitting 287, but is not getting on base often enough to hit higher in the lineup, hitting 6th now. He takes a ball and takes another ball, 2-0. Judson having some problems already. That's way outside for ball 3. He started off well, and there's ball 4 off the plate, and Judson's walked 2 men in a row now, and here is Bobby Brown. Brown, 265 is his average. Hits one over to short rather. Luke Appling flips over to Michaels at second base. Cass goes over to the bag for the out, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Don Wheeler leading this off. He's up against Vic Raschi. Raschi throws a ball in there. 5-4 the record. 5.40 ERA. He has been disappointing this season. There's a breaking pitch outside on Wheeler. It's 2-0. Wheeler very good at getting on base and hits that one over to Rizzuto. Rizzuto bobbles that one after making a good play, and Wheeler is easily safe at first. And he continues to demonstrate why I have him hitting first. Here is now Earl Rapp. Rapp is in there because the White Sox are down a left fielder. I can't remember who they're down. Rapp takes a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Sternweiss has that, flips over Rizzuto for 1, back on to Henrich, but not in time. Rapp is in there safe at first base, and that'll bring up Luke Appling. Appling, no real power so far this season. He's been getting on base, but hasn't been doing much with the balls that have been thrown to him. He takes a fastball up and in for a ball, and then fouls one off. It's 1-1 on Luke. It's a throw back to first base, nothing doing. Appling takes that off the plate, 2-1. Now remember, the Yankees' biggest problem is bases on balls, and just as predicted, there's ball 3 really high to Appling. It's a 3-1 count now. That's hit well to left field. Woodling, though, is back there and makes the catch for the second out. 2 away. Now here is Gordon Goldsberry. Goldsberry, like the other White Sox, not much of a power hitter, but has been getting on base fairly well, and he takes a ball inside. 1-0 is the count. That's high and inside for ball 2 on Gordon. 2-0. He's walked 19 times this season. That's fouled away. It's 2-1 on him. Throw to first. We're not doing anything with Earl. That's fouled away again, so it's 2-2. Raschi's done a good job getting back into this one. That's fouled up, but Berra has no play on it. It's still 2-2. That's just inside, so we've gone full on Goldsberry. We've had a number of batters so far go full. We're only at the bottom of the first. And that fastball's low for ball 4. So Raschi's walked his first, number 41, walk number 41 this season. And that brings up Cass Michaels. Michaels has been a disappointment where the Yankees have been very happy with Cliff Mapes. The White Sox have been pretty upset with Cass Michaels, who in real life was an all-star. He's not bound for the all-star game here, I'll tell you that. He takes a ball high. It's 1-0. That's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 on Michaels. And that's fouled away. 1-2 now the count on Cass. And that fastball misses badly. Raschi still with control problems, and it's 2-2. And there's a pitch inside. It's a full count worked by Michaels. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long one. And there's ball 4 high, and that means that Raschi has walked the bases full and now has to deal with Jerry Scala. Scala has 74 at-bats, hitting a whopping .216, but he has been drawing some walks. There's a ball into Jerry, 1-0. It's fouled away, and that was outside. Scala reached for that one, swung at ball 2. There is ball 2. It's 2-1 on Jerry. Swung on and missed for strike 2. It's 2-2. That sinker's low. It's a full count on Scala. So Raschi has gone to the distance for the last 3 batters in a row. See if he loses him. That's a pop-up over short right field. Bauer comes hard on that one, but is under it and makes the catch, and we go to the top of the second. So Yankees almost courting disaster there in the bottom of the first, letting the bases be loaded. And here's Snuffy Sternweis, who takes a strike from Judson. Sternweis, our favorite player, has a 1-1 count on him. He's our favorite because he's had 33 plate appearances. It's at least 33. 12 have been for walks, 7 for strikeouts, no base hits. 2-1 is the count on Snuffy. And he fouls that away. It's 2-2. There's a ground ball to second base. Actually, shortstop Appling has that, throws to first, 1 away. What a nickname Snuffy is. This is before Sesame Street. Vic Raschi now takes a strike, hitting 130, but unlike Sternweis, can get base hits. It's 1-1 on Raschi, and there's ball 2 off the plate, 2-1. Ground ball up the hole, and that's through Michaels for a base hit, and that'll bring up Hank Bauer. So the third hit of the game for the Yankees belongs to the pitcher, and here comes Bauer. Bauer takes the ball inside, 1-0, and there's a strike. Good job framing by Wheeler, 1-1. Fouled away. It's 1-2 now on Bauer, and that's inside, 2-2. Ground ball down to third. Baker locks that one down, tries to make the play at first base, but it's not in time. It's a base hit for Bauer, and that'll bring up Gene Woodling. So 2 hits in a row here for the Yankees, and Judson is on the ropes again. Woodling takes the ball high. That's a good pitch, but that is inside. 2-0 now on Gene. Ground ball down to first. Goldsberry goes to second to Appling for 1, but the relay throw is not in time. Woodling beats it out, and Raschi goes over to third base. So runners on the corners now for Cliff Mapes. Mapes takes the ball low. 299 now is average, and that's high. 2-0 is the count. 0 for 1 today. Ground ball there to Michaels. Second baseman throws to first and gets him, and we go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 New York with the lead. Here is Floyd Baker. Takes the ball inside, and then a strike, 1-1 after that fastball. Fouled away. It's 1-2 on Floyd. Fastballs inside, 2-2 the count. Raschi still having control issues. Grounder off the mound. Rizzuto behind the mound has that on to first. There's 1 away. Here now is Dave Philly. Philly hitting .255, but again, no power. Takes the ball, then fouls 1 away. 1-1. There's another ball to him. 2-1. Foul ball. 2-2 on Dave. Another foul. And that's high, full count. And Raschi again having control problems, not going to last long. And the Yankees, I'll tell you, we'll take a look at this really quick. They don't have a whole ton of pitchers to choose from, right? You could use Page, you could use Cuddles, maybe you could use Sanford. But I tell you, use too much of Sanford, and I'm going to be upset because I've got to choose the starting pitchers, right? And then maybe Spec Shea, who you probably would have used in real life. They do have guys who can be the long reliefmen, but they've all pitched long recently. Full count on Dave Philly, and that's low, but he swings and misses for strike 3. So that's Raschi's first strikeout. He swung at ball 4, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Howie Judson. Judson hitting 111 this season, hits one over to left center, and it's going to be the left fielder Woodling making the catch, and we'll go to the top of the third. It's Tommy Henrich here against Howie Judson. Henrich takes the ball inside. and then a strike. 1-1 is the count on Tommy. Swing and a miss, and that is 1-2. Henrik, 10 home runs this season, old reliable. Hits that one over to center field, but not deep enough. Scala's got that for the out, 1 away. Yogi Berra now takes a strike. Berra walked last time up, and there's a ball to him. 1-1 the count. 13 walks for Yogi this season. And there's another ball to him. It's 2-1. 6 home runs. There's ball 3. That's a little bouncer back to the mound. Judson off the mound has that, throws to first for the out, 2 gone. Phil Rizzuto, who walked last time, takes a strike. Rizzuto, again, not drawing those walks and not getting that on-base percentage up high. 1-1, now 2-1 on Phil. He's got wheels, and he takes ball 3. So Judson has a hard time with him. 3-1. It's a grounder right side under the glove of Michaels, and that'll be a base hit, and that puts the wheels on at first. So 2 away. Bobby Brown up with Rizzuto on first. The throw to first, and Scooter gets back safely. There's a ball wide, 1-0 on Bobby. Throw to first, Rizzuto diving back. We'll try that again. And he's just safe that time. Here's the pitch, and that's high, 2-0 the count. And that's fouled away, 2-1, runner's delight. We'll throw to first again, and that's a bad throw there by, that's an interesting turn of events here, actually. Bad throw by Judson. Goldsberry goes over to get the ball. Rizzuto was going for second, and then he changes his mind, returning to first, so the first baseman has the ball. I've got a lot of questions here about this play-by-play. Like, I'm having a hard time visualizing this happen, where the runner starts for second and comes back to first, even though the ball's at first base. It doesn't make any sense. Whatever happened there, Rizzuto stays on first. 2-1's the count. That's a line drive base hit to left field, and Rizzuto holds at second. Interesting strategy. And that brings up Snuffy Sternweiss. I say it's an interesting strategy because Snuffy doesn't have a base hit this season. There's a ball outside to Snuffy, 1-0, and that's popped up back of third. Floyd Baker has that for the out. Sternweiss is still an offer, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Don Wheeler here leading this off for the White Sox, and he takes the ball high. Next pitch is hit down the first base line and foul, 1-1. Wheeler now hitting .301, .444 on base percentage, and fouls that off 1-2. That's a fastball up and in. It's 2-2. Wheeler playing very well for the White Sox. Swings and foul tips that one. 2-2. The count remains. 29 walks. That's an interesting thing to note. 113 at-bats, 29 walks. He had 192 at-bats in real life and 27. So he's overperforming by any way you look at it. And, of course, he's been their starting catcher as long as we've had him on the team. Of course, you don't want to do that. He's hitting everybody. And that's a fastball high, full count. Now, you could argue that it's not realistic to play him this way. I'd argue this is realistic. Full count on Don. Fouls that away again. It's a full count still. Ground ball towards Rizzuto. The shortstop has that, throws to first for the out, and it's much ado about nothing. Here's Earl Rapp. I don't know if you've been keeping track as Raschi throws a ball to him. Raschi must have had full counts on about 6 hitters now. Rapp has a 2-0 count on him, and there's a strike at the knees. It's 2-1 on Earl, and that's a pop-up out of play, 2-2 the count. That's fouled away, 2-2. Rapp hitting .325. Good on-base percentage, but not that slugging. That's fouled away again. He's fouled 3 in a row off now, and that's hit to right field. That goes down for a base hit in front of Bauer, so a single for Rapp, and that'll bring up Luke Appling. And Raschi now thrown 60 pitches, only given up 2 hits, but he's given up 2 walks, and he's gone the distance with too many hitters. There's a ball to Luke. Swing and a miss and a strike. And that's a foul tip. It's 1-2. He's gotten ahead of Appling here, and that's a fastball down and in, 2-2. Throw to first. Rapp's not doing anything. And that's off the plate. So it's another full count. Let's see what Luke will do here. Ground ball left side through for a hit. Rapp goes all the way around to third. And you've got runners at the corners now for the White Sox. And that'll bring up Gordon Goldsberry. Goldsberry now .310 his average. He walked last time up off of Raschi. He has 25 RBIs, which has been his specialty here, hitting number 4. And he takes a strike. And that's close below and away. 1-1 the count. Ground ball shortstop. Rapp will go home. Rizzuto will go to first with it, as I thought, and Appling moves over to second as the run scores. It's a 2-1 ball game. 2 away now for Cass Michaels, and if there was ever a time to turn your season around, this is it. That's a ball outside of Michaels, 1-0. He's walked quite a bit. 2-0 as that was high and inside. And that's a fastball inside corner for a strike, so it's 2-1 on Cass. And that's fouled away, 2-2. And that's a ball again, another full count by Vic Raschi. 74 pitches, and there's 75 that came in, and Michael swings and misses for strike 3. 75 pitches were through 3 innings for Raschi, and we go to the top of the 4th. And here is Raschi. Of course, he'll hit for himself. He takes the ball low and inside, and there's a strike. 1-1 the count. Howie Judson, of course, gave up a single to Vic Raschi last time up. 1-2 now the count, and there's a swing and a miss at strike 3. So Judson gets another strikeout, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks in this game. He has 10 so far this season. Here's Hank Bauer, who takes the ball. And there's another ball in tight. 2-0 is the count now on Bauer, and that's off just low. 3-0 on Hank, and this will be ball 4 high and away. There you go. And he goes down to first base, and Judson's having a problem with walks. Throw to first base. Bauer gets back safely. Gene Woodling up there now takes the ball. 1 for 2 today. That's high and outside, 2-0. And that misses again, 3-0. And there's ball 4 around the knees. Now you've got a question. So Judson's thrown 77 pitches, and he's walked 4 men. And most of those pitches have been balls. And there's a ball into Mapes. He's thrown at least 6 in a row. There's a strike, 1-1. Fly ball center field. Scala's there for it. And there's 2 away. Here comes Tommy Henrich. Only in the top of the 4th, 2-1 Yankees. Ground ball, second base, Michaels on to first, and that'll do it. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Both pitchers struggling, and here comes Jerry Scala. Only 9 hits so far in this game, but it's been a lot of offense because of these walks. Scala takes the ball, and a strike on the outside corner. That was close. That's hit over to center field, and that's a base hit in front of Mapes, and that'll bring up Floyd Baker. So Raschi giving up a base hit. That's the 4th hit he's given up, and here comes Baker. He'll swing away. And there's a ball into him. They're looking potentially for a bunt. 1-0 is the count. Pop-up foul. Outside of third foul. 1-1. And that's pulled down the right side for a base hit. That is through Henrich. And Scala's going to stop here, I think, at second base. And that brings up Dave Philly. Now, we do have a question as to what we want to do here. Do we want to swing away with him? Do we want to potentially do a hit and run with these 2 guys on? I don't know if I trust Baker to run that well. I think we just swing away is the thing we want to do. Philly's not much of a bunter. He takes a strike. He does have a good average against righties. That's way outside. 1-1 on Raschi. Raschi's having some control problems. That's fouled away. It's 1-2. And that's a curveball. He jumps on and hits into center field for a base hit. Baker and Scala both come around. Baker will be thrown out easily at third base, but the run scores, and that's kind of what we wanted to have happen. So there's 1 away now. Here's Howie Judson with a runner on at first, and it's a 2-2 ball game, and Judson, of course, is going to bunt. You knew that's going to happen. Throw to first. Philly gets back. And there's a foul in the dirt. It's 0-1. Another bunt attempt to the right side foul, 0-2. Throw to first, and Philly's not doing anything. And that is a ball. 1-2 now on Howie Judson. That's bunted foul to the left side, and that'll be strike 3. So at least he doesn't hit into the double play. That's what we care about. And there's 2 away. Don Wheeler now comes up, 1 for 2 today, and with 9 RBIs, and hitting .298. There's a ball up and in, 1-0. He's walked 29 times, and that's high again, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 on Wheeler. Throw to first, nothing happening. Way off the plate for ball 3, and Wheeler will watch this one. And there's strike 2 down the middle of the plate, so we've had yet another full count. And there's 1 high, and Raschi has walked his 3rd, and so that'll bring up Earl Rapp. Now runners on at first and second, 2 outs. And there's a strike in there to Earl, 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss on 1 low, it's 0-2. Blaze off of that one, don't know how, and the count now 1-2. And that's in the dirt, 2-2 on Earl. And that's inside, and that's called for strike 3. So we go to the top of the 5th inning, but it's a 2-2 game. The White Sox have come back. Here comes Yogi Berra against Howie Judson. Strike in there to Berra, 0-1, and that's hit down the right field line, just barely foul. It would have been a home run otherwise. 0-2 the count on Yogi. High, 1-2. Swing and a miss by Berra, and down he goes. Strikeout number 3 for Judson, 1 away. Don't think that Judson will throw a complete game today. There's a ball to Rizzuto. The problem the Yankees have is they need Raschi to throw one. 1-1 now the count on the scooter. And that's hit over to left center field. Rapp has that for the out. There's 2 away. Bobby Brown now. 2-2 ball game. Brown's hitting .375, they're saying here, against White Sox pitching. .270 for the season overall. Takes 2 balls now quickly and fouls 1 away. And there's strike 2 in on Brown, 2-2. Fly ball, center field. Scala's got that easily, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Luke Appling will lead this off for the White Sox, and we'll see what the computer manager does here with Vic Raschi, who's already at 100 pitches at the end of 4 innings is all. So take a lot of pitches is the strategy, and there's a swing and a miss by Appling, and there's a ball to him, 1-1. That's a high for ball 2, 2-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch low. It's 2-2 on Luke. It's hit over to Snuffy, who throws to first, second baseman, and gets the first out. 1 away. Here's Gordon Goldsberry. Goldsberry's 0 for 1 today and has walked like so many others. Takes a strike, 1-1. Foul ball right side. It's 1-2 quickly on Gordon, and that's up the middle for a base hit. Hit number 7 for the White Sox, and that'll bring up Cass Michaels. Michaels 0 for 1, also with a walk. 1 away, and there's a fastball called for a ball, and it's 1-0. Question is, do we dare steal with Goldsberry? Let's give it a try. And there's another ball at the belt buckle. 2-0 the count, and we'll take this one. And there's a fastball right down the heart of the plate, so it's 2-1 now on Cass. Strike 2 is called, 2-2. And that's low, and it's another full count by Raschi. I don't know how many of these he's had, but he's thrown 114 pitches. Another full count coming, and that's a fastball inside, and Michaels can't do much with that. Swing and a miss, and that's the 5th strikeout for Vic in this game against 3 walks. 2 away, and here comes Jerry Scala. Scala fouls 0 away, 0-1 quickly. And there's another strike on him, 0-2. And that one is high, hard, but a little too high. 1-2 the count on Jerry. And that's fouled away. 1-2 remains. Throw back to first. Goldsberry's not doing anything this time. Another snap throw to first. Nothing doing. And that one just misses. So it's 2-2 on Jerry. And that's low. Full count again on Jerry Scala. I tell you, this has been pretty remarkable to see Raschi fall apart like this. Full count. And there's a swing and a miss. And that's strikeout, I believe, number 6 of the game compiled by Raschi. But there's a problem. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 innings left to go. And here's Snuffy Sternvais still looking for his first hit of the season. Takes the ball high. Pop-up foul ground. Goldsberry can't reach there. 1-1. That's high. 2-1. Hit over deep to right field, and Philly's got it for the out. And Sternvais is 0 for 3 today. 1 away. Here's Raschi. Raschi stays in the ball game. Told you, and he takes the ball. Raschi 1 for 2 today with that base hit. 1-1 now. That's off the plate. 2-1. And there's a strike, 2-2. So Judson gets him where he wants him, sets him up inside, and there's a swing and a miss on that next pitch for strike 3. 2 away, and here's Hank Bauer. Bauer takes a strike. Good framing job again by Wheeler, and that's a foul ball. It's 0-2. Ground ball right side, Michaels on to first, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So Judson with a relatively easy inning, and Vic Raschi goes back out there on that mound. He struck out 6, and he's walked 3. 5.28 is his ERA this season. He throws a strike there to Baker, and then a ball, 1-1. It's off the plate, 2-1. 43 walks this season, 29 strikeouts for Vic, and that's wide. 3-1's the count, and you know Baker's taking this one, and that's ball 4, and he was taking all the way, and it didn't matter. That's walk number 4 given up by Raschi, 44 on the season. And the question is, how are the Yankees, who walk so many batters, going to survive this season? Here again is Dave Philly. Philly's always a threat to hit into a double play, but not if Vic keeps missing the plate as he does there. It's 1-0. That's fouled away. 1-1 on Dave. That's bouncer into the dirt, and Berra can't control that one. That goes for a wild pitch, and that means the count's 2-1, and Floyd Baker now on at second base. That's high. 3-1 the count on Philly, and he'll be taking this one. There's a strike. It's another full count. So Philly with another full count. Bounces this one over to third base. Brown has it, looks Baker back to second, throws to first for the out. There's 1 away. And here comes Howie Judson, and this is where you really have a decision to make. So we're going to take a quick look at these pitchers. We've got a couple of guys we could put in. Al Jettle, perhaps. We could probably put in Clyde Schoen if we wanted to as a relief pitcher. Maybe Pierretti. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, maybe one of those guys. So I think we are going to take him out and go the pinch hitter route. Now, the problem is we don't have much of a pinch hitter here, but we'll do that old thing we'll do the lefty-righty matchup and see. Well, nobody hits well against righties. I think it'll be Mitkovic that we'll put in. Remember, this is the 1949 White Sox. This, again, is not Murderer's Row. One away, and here comes Mitkovic, who fouls one away to the left. It's 0-1. There's the ball to George, 1-1. That's high, 2-1. Mitkovic, no at-bats. I think this may be his first plate appearance. Fouled away, 2-2 on George. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Baker comes around. He'll try to score, see how Mapes' throw is. Mitkovic will go to second, try to draw the throw. And he is safe at the plate, and that's a good slide there by the runner, and that makes this a 3-2 ball game, and that'll bring up Don Wheeler. And because Mitkovic took that risk, he's over at second base in scoring position. There's still only one out. So Vic Raschi getting himself into all sorts of trouble in this ball game, and he's really in trouble now. Wheeler takes a strike, and that one misses, 1-1. Ground ball, second base, Sternweiss on to first. Mitkovic moves to third, so there's two away. Here comes Earl Rapp. 9 RBIs this season and 42 at-bats, 2 away. And he takes a ball, 1-0. He's walked 7 times this season against only 5 in real life, which means his eye has been pretty good so far this year. 1-1's the count on Earl. There's a ground ball over to Rizzuto. The scooter has it, throws on to first for the out, and we will go to the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. And the question is, so what do you do? Do you go with Gettle in this situation? Kuzawa is going to be a starter. Gumpert's going to be a starter. We won't go with either one of those. We could go with Pierretti, but Pierretti has the 8.31 ERA. We could go with Clyde Schoen, whose ERA is at 12. But that doesn't mean so much when these guys have hardly pitched at all. I think we do go with Gettle. I think we'll go with Gettle, and we'll see what happens on the other end. He will pitch to Gene Woodling here to lead this off. And there's a strike to Woodling, 0-1. Hopper Michaels throws to first. Great play on that one, and there's one away. I tell you, that was a very, very good play by Michaels, who was going right behind the second base bag to grab that one. Throws over to first base and just gets there in time, and that's the reason why Cass is one of our favorite players. He knows how to handle that ball in the field. One out, and here is Cliff Mapes, who takes the ball high, and then a strike. He swings and misses at that for strike 1. There's the ball high and inside, 2-1 on Mapes, hitting now 196, 0 for 3 today, and that's a ground ball to Michaels, who goes on to first. Mapes now 0 for 4, 2 out, and here is Tommy Henrich. Old Reliable hits a broken bag ground ball again to Michaels on to first, so Michaels a hat trick of assists, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Luke Appling will lead this off, 1 for 3. Takes a strike from Vic Raschi, and that's high and away. It's 1-1. Raschi still with the control problems. That's off the plate, 2-1. That's way outside, 3-1 the count on Appling, and he'll take this one, and he takes ball 4. I tell you, the Yankees, I will take another look. The Yankees are having so many problems because they just don't have enough pitching, and this is one of those issues with this type of season. You see this a lot, I would say, in especially in Diamond Mine baseball, because the pitch count's important, and if you have a team that throws a lot of walks like the Yankees do, their pitchers are going to tire. There's a ball to Gordon. Everybody on this pitching staff is tired. 1-0 is the count. That's fouled away. It's 1-1 on Goldsberry. That's outside and low, 2-1 on Gordon. And there's strike 2 inside corner. It's 2-2. That's outside. Full count again. Full count on Gordon Goldsberry. There's a grounder right side. Sternweiss, good play. No play at second, so he throws to first. And Appling moves over to second base, 1 away. Cass Michaels comes up now. Michaels takes a fastball inside for a ball. And that's another ball to him. 2-0 the count. Raschi's behind another hitter. And that's popped foul. 0 for 2 is Cass, by the way. And that's outside again. 3-1's the count. He'll take this all day, and that is low, and that gets past Berra. That ends up being a passed ball, and Michaels goes down to first base. There's runners on at the corners, only 1 out, and it's Jerry Scala. Scala today is 1 for 3. He has driven in 12 runs this season, and he has a little bit of on-base percentage, takes the ball in the dirt, and you don't want to walk him. That's inside and misses. It's 2-0 on Jerry. Fouls that one away, 2-1. Fouled away again, 2-2. And just fouls that one away, 2-2 the count remains. That's hit down to left field in the gap. That's down and scores at least 1. Michaels will come around third. and he scores easily, and that does it here for Raschi. So Raschi does not survive long. Bottom of the 7th inning, he leaves trailing 5-2, and it will be Joe Page who comes in. Now, in real life, in 1949, Joe Page was the Yankees' savior. We know about this. This was what they thought at the time, the birth of the modern relief man, but relief pitching has advanced quite a bit since those days. Page threw a lot of innings in real life. He would come in situations like this, but he can't save too much, and there's a ball high to Baker. Page did not have the control problems the others did, but he's behind Floyd 2-0 quickly, and there's ball 3 inside to Floyd, 3-0 pitch, and that's high for ball 4, and that brings up Dave Philly. So Yankees have to be careful here. You lose this ball game, you're in trouble. As you saw earlier, as Philly takes a strike, the Indians beat the Red Sox, and they are kind of the team to beat. 1-1 on Dave. Fly ball left field, just foul. 1-2 now on Philly. That's foul back again. 1-2 remains. And that's high, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Page, his first of the game. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, and that'll bring up Al Gettle. And I think we're going to take Gettle out. And Page, of course, a left-handed pitcher, so we'll do this thing again. You know, I hate doing this, but we'll do it. We'll put in Bowers. Bowers will be the pinch hitter. Hits nothing against righties, nothing in real life, but is .333 against lefties, probably in about 6 at-bats or something like that. He takes a strike. Ground ball towards third, and Brown has that. Flips over to second baseman Snuffy for the out, and we go to the, what are we, in the top of the 8th inning. And it's going to be Pieretti who's going to come into this ball game. I think that makes the most sense. So Mariano Pieretti comes in, 0-1's the record, 8.31 ERA in 8 2/3, and he quickly throws a ball to Yogi Berra, and then a strike, 1-1. Flied over to left field, Rapp running in hard on that, but he'll never get there, and Berra's got the base hit. Here comes Phil Rizzuto, takes the strike. Yankees hoping to come back, down 5-2. Another strike outside of the knees to Phil, 0-2. And doesn't get the call there, 1-2 on the scooter, and there's ball 2, 2-2. Fly ball right field, Philly's got that one for the out, 1 away, and that'll bring up Bobby Brown. So Pieretti trying to get that ERA down a little bit. I do think he's a better pitcher than the ERA would indicate, but he throws a ball here to Brown, and that's fouled away, 1-1. Doesn't like those left-handed batters as Pieretti, as Brown fouls 1 away, 1-2. Up the middle, and Pieretti grabs that one. I hate this play-by-play, by the way. So it's up the middle, but it's actually a line drive straight at the pitcher instead of being an actual ground ball. It's one of these where it gets a little bit confusing. As you know how I am, I like to mark these and say, hey, what's going on here in my blog? 2 away, and here comes Snuffy Sternweiss, who's not had a hit this season or this replay or any time I've seen. He fouls 1 away, 0-1. And there's a strike to Snuffy, 0-2. And there's a ball inside, 1-2. There's ball 2 to Sternweiss, 2-2. Strike 3 called inside, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, 5-2 still White Sox. So the Yankees had a chance and didn't take advantage of it. And here comes Don Wheeler. Joe Page is probably going to stay in for the rest of this ball game. There's a strike to Wheeler. Page hoping for a quick inning, and he's not going to get it as Wheeler hits that one over to the left center field in the gap, and that hits the fence, and he is in with a double quickly. Wheeler today 2 for 4, and I'm telling you, this guy needs to be your leadoff hitter. Every time he comes up there, he's hitting for power. Here's now Earl Rapp. Rapp is 1 for 4, and he takes the ball outside. Good on base percentage. Fouls 1 away. 1-1 the count on Earl. And he goes around on that one. They ruled 1-2. Fouled away. It's 1-2 on Earl. Foul back again. That's hit the left center field. Mapes center fielder there for the out. 1 away. And here's Luke Appling. Luke today 1 for 3 and driven in 16. Fouls 1 away. On base percentage quite good. Everything else ho hum. Swings and misses out another strike. 0-2. Now 1-2 as that was inside. Ground ball up the middle, and there's Snuffy making the play on to first. Wheeler goes to third. So there's 2 out, and here's Gordon Goldsberry again. He's 1 for 3. Does have an RBI today. That was his 26th, and takes the ball up and away. And that's high and outside again, 2-0 on Gordon. And that's ball 3 on him, 3-0, and Gordon will take this one. 3-1, there's a strike. And there's ball 4, and so Goldsberry goes down to first base, his second walk of the game, and that'll bring up Cass Michaels. He's also walked twice. He's 0 for 2 today, but did score a run. There's a strike in there to Cass, 0-1, and swing and a miss at that one, 0-2. Page got him to chase that. That's line to center field, and that's a base hit. Woodling not quite able to get there in time, left center, I should say, and that's an RBI for Cass Michaels, who's now 1 for 3. It's 6-2 White Sox. That'll bring up Jerry Scala, and the Yankees are in trouble. Ground ball, shortstop, Rizzuto flips that to Snuffy, and we go to the top of the ninth. Pieretti will try to finish off this save. There's a ball in there to Page. See, Page stays in this ball game. You wonder why. It's because they don't have anyone to come in to pitch. 1-1's the count on Joe, and that's low and away. 2-1. Fly ball, right field, Philly, 1 away. Bauer comes up now, and he takes a strike, 0-1. That's low. 1-1 on Hank. Hit deep center field, and Scala can't quite get there, and that's going to be trouble. Hank Bauer comes around to third base and has a triple. So sort of a consolation prize for the Yankees, but don't speak too soon, of course. Gene Woodling comes up. Infield is back. 4-run lead for the White Sox. There's a ball to Gene, and another ball high and tight. Fly ball right center field. Philly has that. Philly's not even going to try. Bauer scores. It's a 6-3 ball game, but there's 2 away. And here is Cliff Mapes. 0 for 4 today. Mapes takes a strike, and there's a ball. 1-1. Ground ball, second base, Michaels over to first, and there's your ball game. Yankees are going to go down to, I think it's 1.5 behind the Indians. Something like that, 1.5 or 2 games, somewhere around there. White Sox are out of the pennant race. They're not going to do anything. And there's your ball game, 6-3, the final score. And it was fun to watch Vic Raschi and see how many guys he could get to a full count. The Yankees have some problems. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.